All right, guys, we're going to look at the promotion mix here. So, promotion is ways that we're going to communicate to our consumers in order to try to inform them about our product and persuade them to buy our product. All right. And so there's really 4 different components to promotion. All right. The one that we're most familiar with is advertising, which is paid non-personal messages that are communicated to some sort of audience through some sort of medium. Okay. There's also personal selling, which is when someone actually, for example, what you're probably most familiar with is if you go to a car dealership and someone comes out and talks to you and tries to tell you about the cars and sell you a car. That's personal selling, so personal communication. Sales promotion, some use of an activity to entice or induce you to purchase something. And then public relations is used to create favorable feelings about our company and or mitigate negative feelings, and so it's really maintaining a positive image of our company. Okay, and so those are kind of our 4 components. So let's go through them a little bit. So we have primary demand advertising. There are a couple examples that I've linked on eCampus, but that's when we are trying to sell a general product altogether instead of a specific brand of a product. So it would be like trying to sell, having a commercial for soda, not necessarily a commercial specifically for Coke. All right. Selective demand, however, would be that's the Coca-Cola commercial, and that's one of the examples. Is we are specifically trying to sell Coca-Cola now. Institutional advertising is trying to enhance our image or reputation. It may not actually even talk about products that we sell. It talks about maybe something that our company's doing that's great and wonderful, so that you think that we're a better company because of it. All right, so those are kind of the 3 advertising purposes. A bunch of advertising media that you can use. So TV reaches the largest audience, right? But it tends to be very expensive, and it doesn't last very long. It's not seen for a very long time. Direct mail, this is when you send something directly to someone, all right, with their name on it in the mailbox. Sometimes it gets thrown away as junk mail. However, it has the best chance of reaching a particular person. So if you're trying to reach a very specific person, direct mail is the best way to do that. Newspapers reach large audiences. However, they are, they get thrown away pretty quickly. That short lifespan there. Basically, by 10 o'clock in the morning, most newspapers are in the recycling already. However, you can get something in the newspaper for a day or 2 out, so it doesn't take long to get into the newspaper. Radio has, one of the great things about radio is it doesn't have an image, and the reason that's a kind of a nice thing in some aspects is it doesn't require something to be seen. It can just be overheard. However, it does still lack that visual imagery, and so sometimes it doesn't stick in people's minds as well without the image. It tends to be lower cost, and you can have more of a specific geographic and demographic selectivity with it. Magazines, these tend to be higher cost. They're higher quality, but you get to reach specific segments of the markets. So if you're selling motorcycle equipment, there are specific motorcycle magazines that you would want to put your advertisements in, so that you reach people who are reading and are interested in motorcycles. And then we have internet and digital media, which are becoming more and more popular and reach a high number of people. Outdoor would be like a billboard, and then social media again. All right, so some of the most effective, Unilever and Procter and Gamble, you may not have realized, but that's because they have so many different products. They're not advertising Unilever, and they're not advertising Procter and Gamble. Procter and Gamble is things like Pampers diapers. It's Tide laundry detergent. It's Old Spice deodorant. I mean, and so you've seen all of those advertisements, and so they're advertising a lot of different things. So Coca-Cola is number one, Nestle, Pepsi's up there as well. All right, so personal selling is the most adaptable. We're gonna use a person now to talk to someone, whether it's at our location or whether they go to someone to talk to them. So whether they go to their house or go to their place of business or wherever it is to sell to them. But it's also very expensive because salespeople are paid salaries, and you have to pay them money for that. So it's most adaptable but higher cost. There's two different types of salespeople. We have what are called order getters and order takers. You know, it's real earth shattering here. But an order getter is someone who really they go out and they find new customers. So they're going to get new customers. Whereas an order taker would be more someone who's at the office and repeat customers call them and to place an order. And it's not that they don't try to sell them anything, because they're going to take their order and try to convince them to buy more stuff or new stuff. So just two different kinds of perspectives on that. People who are out kind of going place to place and trying to find new clients, and order taker dealing with repeat clients. Get down here, sales promotions. There's two different kind of ways we look at this: consumer sales promotions and trade sales promotions. We're going to focus on the consumers. That's things like giving people rebates and coupons and samples. All those are things that we do to try to entice people to purchase a product. So a rebate is a return of part of the purchase price, whereas a coupon takes it off right now at the register. Companies like rebates because they can sell you it right now for full price, and then you'll probably forget to send in the rebate, and they don't have to give you that money. Sample, if you've been to Nothing Bundt Cakes, they've got over on the side, they've got the flavor of the day that you can go sample and see how it is before you buy one. Or if you go to an ice cream shop, they'll usually give you a little plastic spoon full of ice cream that you can taste before you buy one. Those are samples. Premium, gift. If you purchase $20, you get a free bag or something. Frequent user incentive, that's any reward program, essentially. Freebirds, if you go back to Freebirds, so often you get points, and every once in a while you'll get a free bird, a free burrito. The last three here are really the last four are more for the producers, and they're cooperative advertising, where two companies might work together, have one advertisement, but it shows both of their products. For example, if McDonald's had a commercial and it shows Coca-Cola in it, well, McDonald's and Coca-Cola cooperatively paid for that and did that commercial. Buying allowances, a temporary reduction if you buy it here now. Trade show, a special event where you can go and they have lots of different companies represented, so you can see their products and try them out and purchase them at the trade show. Then we got public relations, the last component, and so this kind of breaks down in two different ways. We've got Publicity, which is news stories about our company. We don't necessarily control this, although sometimes we can. Maybe they're doing a news release, or maybe we hold a press conference to tell about some new product. A good example of this would be Apple. Whenever they release new products, they have this big event to generate this publicity and this story about their product. Sponsorships can be public relation tools as well. And then the other part, I guess, that I would point out is that the other part of public relations is maybe we would hold news conferences and release statements if maybe something wrong happened, and so we're trying to mitigate negative feelings, and so we come out and we have a big press conference in order to say, hey, here's what happened, here's what we're doing. We just want to make sure everyone knows that we're taking care of it. And so there's kind of that two sides of it. Like I said, the one side's generating positive feelings, and the other side's mitigating negative feelings in order to maintain that relationship with our customers and society as a whole. And so that's the promotion mix and kind of the four components in a brief nutshell.